Goyle. Visit the Goyle social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for more information on the service stations where you can conveniently use Momo. Drive to the nearest Goyle station, buy your fuel, pay via Momo, bank card, or Goyle Go card. Goyle, good energy. Goyle, yeah, dear. This one says, belated birthday wishes to Hajia Samira Baumia, wife of the Vice President. Belated birthday wishes to Peggy Ama Donko of GTV. Belated wishes to Apostle Patrick Asoyoro, area head, Church of Pentecost in Odoko, Asafomami Grace Boate, PIWC Bolga. Deaconess Julie Jabba of the Church of Pentecost Teshinwa area. Mama Margaret Adai, Church of Pentecost Mamprobi. Mary Wiseborn, Church of Pentecost Birmingham. Aseye Oklu, daughter of Kennedy Francis Oklu. And then also belated wishes W01 Kofi Apasa of the Artillery Regiment 66. That's Mortar Regiment in home. All of these from Peggy Amadonko to all of you.
You never make me cry. You always make me smile. So you would to me swa.
Mama Vivian Ajinasari, birthday wishes to you. Bless you richly. Mrs. Harriet Yeboah and brother Inokome, all of the Prayers Chapel in Jolu. Yes, to wish all of you well.
My feet, on my Italian. The way you walk didn't make me weak. I call me honey. Sorry, you knock me off my feet, on my Italian. The way you walk didn't make me weak. I call me honey.
Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
Senemedi Kankan, thy will kwashi a PR Rapiate Disaster Relief Committee. Thy will, Maje.
Yeah, Chairman.
Boko dear.
Yanko Pandum.
Yeah, Danyamiase. Louis Jumon Afole, Deputy NADMO Director Pristia Hunivali. Louis Mwachion.
Yeah, opening.
Boko. Mimisa Daiwol, Apiati redevelopment, at say.
Chairman Medasiano pay. Na Menchia Peace FMT for you na.
Yeah, Joso.
No correct. Apiati redevelopment. Make so far, I take it off. Obi baby say na ye short cutting da ben, but ohwe heater tale dwumadie ne to na enye chinchina ase enye short cutting and sana dwumadie no ahyase me na wo kase ya contractors for site profiling ne ne amaniema ekoso ye ba na o metwa foundation bebre menye construction person enti mean to be use terms ni ye but profiling a foundation ahodo metwa bebre na anope so bi enam apiete ana board ye bugoso kwan no so dru ho behu se contractors so ho a omo ahye dwumadie no ase
na obi bebisa timelines at to say a de important ena moye emrebe na mufi ase a wo se moye da be na mufi so mbetimi awie
medase according to AESL or your consultant or Shedjumadie no. Construction nankasa 9 months.
9 months.
9 months.
From when?
From Sabria or Mashasi
okay.
Until next year by this time. Acha 12 months there. Now omo handy over project no ama community no. And chairman say o hwe baby adwumadie no sha ase fi ye na baby adu sisi ya. Ye mu bi betumi aka say ebe contem. Ebe contem se bia na se de ekoya ebetumi akosa ye wa hotoso se dwumade no betumi akontem next year by this time there na pitiful movie akomo
na e de important na musi
chairman ye sidai
minim sa minim e dan ben na musi ni saying 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 10 bedroom, 4 bedroom, nipa hen and a bebem. What exactly is redevelopment of Apiati?
Medasi. Chairman, I don't care reconstruction for question, but because me wo honti ba maminya no krana say housing units are now what Apiati are totally raised down. From a single room to 7-bedroom houses. Ninyina boma 124 and a walk call area no and on a call form completely.
Okay.
And now oko a chirina a bekan a new site no so and no a diner mubu but then roofing ne a be walls and a crack in ade and no ye phase 2 but phase 1 here 124 housing units are almost a de ama and crana tresse asieno footings no be blocks now omo the compressed earth bricks at the atwaso omo you see Salma model say
I know you
unim Adamus in Zema area ho reconstruction be and relocation be cause so community back Salma model no into bricks no and omo the be share in between the blocks no e dey see e die no to beside us na Omameyati says Thursday to Saturday, Department of Rural Housing, be training the local folks and the contractors on how to mold the compressed earth bricks, and how to lay them. And none of share anymore say ebebaso wiki.
I see, Louis, when I Deputy NADMO Director, Prestia Huni Valley, Mojuma, what to say?
You, Chairman Medasi, na mechia etiefo nyina said ye di kan no de kuta me nsem appreciation letter ya churechire the general manager despite media group say ye bedase asem no esiye no afidie kese a eno ne to nkrama Ghana fo nyina ate se asem etisa abeto apetima ye Prestia Huni Valley na membra me question ne so say nadmu ye dwumaku a ya torenche mu aboafo nti since asem ni siye no me ankasa se metumi nan a na etise de me ba handra na adwuna no pa mini wudi nkomoyi ye wo 24/7 ya hwe nipa asetena mu yedie nyina general director na najiman mu nyina agba nan ba ho abreni abra no behwe se o masetena mu etise ni ade nti chama me no kasa sisi die nyame adom FGR for baby the my near warehouse akese 3 wo honma nuane ankofo de bre ye ni nyina ya store wo honma ye giving it out according to data wo ho enti de wo ho ni nyina na ye secure da ye beda etiefu asese niomom de bre apietefo no ye gusu a ye hwe na ya chede ama omo na edase ebimra biem de enye bone nti ena no peso bia tiemia to tosrese reconstruction ya shasi edie omugusu a nkakra ye cheduane no mo every month bia nti se obi betnum no abeboa ya akwanya wo ho.
I see that will be you who be out the
Chairman, you can reconstruction NADMO aka distribution of food items. But omo prior no Chairman, seriously, ye sit down here, Cheduane, and I was saying, ma, ye ni call monso. Ye were about 6 hour condition, dear. Ye can't see ye CCR.
Are they?
Chairman, I'm the form team.
I see.
A move back, Kokrokoo, when your bed source into the top a rotte off the side or the daho, and so echo. I cut one side, just one side. I say pictures in the car, or many yet be a moon to be share. There are other ones, and so I'm Lucy or Monil Cap no.
Go to Geno,
a 2 free ho. In Tiafina, a healy, Nasa later, a binya bidia shahone idea. A woho. Ye were almost so many blunt abdominal injuries.
And here,
the young pie.
Wow.
In the explosion. I an operation. Omonon so no almost situation is very serious, Chairman. Now you can't say a platform ni na boma Chairman or more dependent until ya omo ho asem kan bi den kakra especially yenya yete ho no yenya yete ho 247 Chairman. At times when some of the requests come, especially when you can't help it, na den kakra. So in as much as for Eboa ama reconstruction akosoni ade no, if you between your allocations in kakra they are supporting the other matters of those who were severely injured as a result of the explosion and Kebeye. Yes, yeah, more mediane, yeah, share or more hospital medical bills, but it doesn't end there. Chairman said, "Duane na fese nkra na sisikan hye obotom ya na enye de o." Nokre ntia ya na edu ba bia omo ho asem kan e den pa. So ya ba hai minim chairman de otumi ye incubator kra o de aba Prestia Honey Valley.
The very first incubator.
Fantastic.
And no a former MP na da Roma. Barbara Tinges.
Honorable Barbara Tinges. And minim say OTO.
On me the first incubator de Baho.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that na se ne ada wase no. Na ya faso nso ama wan so de wano atum na nkrofo akoso aboyen so that we can take a very good care of our people.
Now say you were really disaster fund, all right?
Support fund.
Disaster support fund.
Yes, and no yeah for reconstruction.
Okay.
Into no emba into relief.
Oh.
Aha. So relief ne yeah dear nkrofo e de brain say relief committee monjiwe. That is what we use. But as it stands there, aban absorb hospital bills no. Medical bills e ka ho ba onto we wato we ne ade no relief committee e na ye hwe eno. Na yen no because yeah obi beka say locally based ninti donations no eya na entire ma ho dodo na so eya omo so omo the cost support fund na it makes it for it, but it doesn't happen like that. And no nya akọ a purposely for the reconstruction enti yaba hay no na ebe mo manfo ate say still na no ye be here omo support na ada omo be support here so far no ase.
That will Kwashi PR Disaster Relief Committee. And Louise Jumo Afoli, Deputy NADMO Director, Prestia Honey Valley. So I can open I say a quantintin fin crying. Na enye easy sir. For them to be doing this good work far away with us na support her no say yeah the mom. Yeah better masini ma mumoni adwuma. Na actually be say the ho komobio. Yeah, that's it. Peace 104.3 time fast approaching 9:30. And so let the support flow. And JB I didn't come to channel betwa you jume dey so Kokrokoo live in your ear. Nana One says happy birthday to you, double. Enjoy your birthday double from Nana One in Kaswa to you. and appear to disaster for Mubahano pay. Semoda Sutia, thy will Kwashi. PR appear to disaster relief committee na Louis Jumo Afo Deputy Nadbo Director Prestia Huni Valley. Yebo Barbara Tinje Dean, former MP for the area, wa phrase is here saying Kanchemo say Obama 10,000 CDs. Na Modia Twa Mwedruma so. Barbara, that's you appear to for us. Wishing Tina Hinkrai Agona Swedro happy birthday to you. Tina Hinkrai Agona Swedro from Charles in KD. This morning we're talking education. All schools to take national standardized tests. Controversy over World Bank money. Education Minister replies critics. Says greedy, selfish enemies want his downfall. Education Ministry takes delivery of textbooks tomorrow, according to the Daily Graphic. Former President Mahama, amongst others, insists free SHS must be reviewed. Odin was saying, in Team for Joy, Deputy Education Minister and MP Ascent South. Nana Foriwusuye, National Chairman PPP. Professor Joseph Osafo, Head of Psychology Department, University of Ghana, Legon. Ain't anope senior na ye din komono apiate oho anoashi. Professor Joseph Osafo Ewaha oye Head of Psychology Department, University of Ghana, Legon. Prof, ye mo achi anope?
Me da say na mbomo e.
Nyame oho na so e.
Na kwa me ba no.
Aha.
Na me te say obo e kan say o ma obi bedi na me say wa crucify di no.
Where?
O say asoyoro. Patrick, Apostle Patrick Aseyeru.
Oh. Oh dear meba.
Apostle Patrick Aseyeru.
Na so say you pronounce it, you spell it ASO.
Ase ye.
ASO.
ASO aso
YORO.
Okay, be free ban.
Aha. Inti
Me say come here crucify di.
Inti ofan chemi. Eh send your chro bae.
Me pa madam for na.
Apostle Patrick Aseyoro, area head Church of Pentecost Odoko. But again spelling ASO.
E be all type no.
YORO. Inti
Asoyoro.
na me hu ye. Inti me
obende.
yes, your chro tia. Your kind so kind. Nana for imagine.
Yeah, oh, papa.
Arten.
Yamenado.
Nice. In Team for Joy, Deputy Minister for Education, or Samson Rashebe Junima Ascent South. Masamachi.
German General.
Boko there.
Yamiadum, me hoye pa announce we.
Nyamene hene.
German General Bojuma.
Yeah, that's it.
We are very proud of the great work all this some Ghana man. I mean, cause when sharp.
Amen. Na anope yeni apiate for etwetwe nkomo. Na mensan kebio say Barbara Otin JC, former MP, Prestia Huni Valley, say apiate disaster relief committee. Mo former MP say Obama mo 10,000 CDs. Na mo de aye mo adwuma. Nti Barbara yeda se nyame nhyiraw. Baby ya ukwe free bia de buy no nyame enhyira so emmoso moho emma opanyin bi so tade message bra friend Japan Burger or say on no so at the 10,000 or the one they saying 1,000 cedis ebe eka home opanyin bi friend Japan Burger ewo Kantamanto or say a friend Eric Anson, Mr. Eric Anson, aka Japan Burger, or say the 1,000 cedis back home into Ebeja Brown. Minister, Ohono, I'm say Eja to me and say, oh,
Chairman General, me marching bill, that's it.
yeah, you subium, that's it, so near and what I
do. A quaint cassia, the Amaya with the cassia, so I didn't chiasso conso de ma a tearful in an one swat, show Facebook, we are found in a title. This year, I seen them, I seen South, I seen Central, I seen North. The Dinchason could demand winning. I'm
going to talk about
Sapepe, woman to me a piano. Now, Chairman General, never about to be umpo as sambo. What bigger for what do you mabe, Medin Chason, come my own Professor Safo, and me Aminia, Nana for Mitia Wom. Appear say Nipadoa 1 way to own see ho, Ebo the rule. Agent to boade boy in your mom kai and so I mean shroud by sunset adia womo ye no it's touching lives na o hwe aban sika pudua on so twato ho ene de also sre ankra hodo so won so ene nyumakua hodo so won so fo mo ahoden kakra meboa na enya reconstruction of Apiate o hwe Reverend Joyce Aye oboa Minister for Lands and Natural Resources Honorable Abujina Ponin aboafo. And the fund is going very well. That project is going very well. Ya bo mu na abaso. Na de enuanu so ye so touch life pa antino. Ya nso ya ho odin kakra bi a ye wo no. E bebo awom. Me ma wo eyi pictures bi kire me. Na wo hwe some of the victims no pa asefem. Anu ntino ye be stress ankrankru bi anso a be kana koma no. De wo don sem eno de ma. Ye nso de kakra e wo bia no. Ene ye studio ha Mijidis for Munyanko actually bepe 5,000 dia mawom.
Amen. Amada say.
So at least a bit me ato parabi, ato bandage bi, dia ma womo ho akan. Chairman General Education Ministry enyoma akoso ankasa. Na wo hwe empuntio ne enyoma kese a omampani His Excellency na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo na niso adehunum na Minister for Education so Dr. Yao said leading the charge. Where said the umesua epeja na ye koye nimu anoma bebre ni aya ya dani de bia no okra otuyefo Chairman General say asansa fa dia o de kire ti aye mahu de wuru kakra enu nti e be koso abohu de wuru ne ya be enfoni bebre videos bebre master ni ama producer mejidi say ye ka say woni a ehwe Facebook there they will have the benefit to see the over 138 buses are abeful bus air conditioner kesia ya to apeti SHS ahoduom across the country pickups mako 100 ban abohoka ato dia to apeti various SHS say wo mo fan ni wo mudwuma emua na ehumasua nko nanim o hwe buses ahodo a ya to dia hye TVET institutions mo kena ene TVET institution dodo a na hye various ministries bi na bi or youth and sports bi or trade and industry bi or gender bi or Ministry of Employment sabri aba kan nyina ba beboa no faako ayate Ghana TVET service the equivalent of Ghana Education Service yemi ani nko TVET ho pa na sika pudo bi ese di wura mu mfidie bi a ehia bia no aba bo ho ka e retuli menim se Chairman General wo de wo no wo ye TVET ambassador ya dia ba no TVET ho nsɛmsɛm a ɛda wakoma so pa wo hwɛ sika pudu aban na pone de egu o de CC TVET de abɔ ho bra ya attractive a enhu sunsanso na koba se afia mu just this year SHS TVET under free SHS placement aye no ya de nkora mako 46,000 and de ko share TVET institutions mu ya sam wo mo buses am wo mo pickups entino emwa bebre na ye de boa ye manfo wo hwe se de ekoba se si aban esi schools ahodo na impono project ahodo beto ye nso so oto aso na for the starting no me start here free the aban beto ye o mampani His Excellency na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo say aban japadie bia a wabeto so bia no obeto aso sanse ye oman no sika ene de chance and mfa ho say nisi na start you say President Professor Mills awujan ba bi ko na start you say onunyam for His Excellency John Ejekumkufo na start you and our former President Mohammed na start you Ghana japadie anu ntino onso to aso a me no ka say education infrastructure from kindergarten eba GHS primary SHS TVET they are twaso a ya wie nko a 1001 as of 2021 me no ka say kra no we keep completing new answer ye boabo no the updated figures no aba betudwa ye ba ye nso Mampani His Excellency Nana Dodan Kwaku Ado MPP aban so to adada ne so no ye nso ye chef foforo bi ase 1132 infrastructure we no aye SHS nko a any chance ye send ye be ya ye dey SHS ba ye no ye hu se atremu a ama nipadodo na nso ewura mu no we need to expand space see classroom blocks ka ho see to me see dormitories for ka ho you see dining hall ka ho to me see science labs any teachers quarters ne facilities a ebeboa ama school no atumi atre na nkoradodo bi a wo nya pepa ne nso atumi enya ho kwan akọ na ye chance no 1132 projects a ye chance 2017 no emu over 750 de ye wie atiensa every one ya hand over kra edi ama esukufo na kakra aka ne nso they at various stages of completion ye ni work contractors ne mugu so a mo ye ne kakra ya tiensa every ho eno eda nchen a de new schools are from scratch aban baye or ye hwehwemu ahu se amama ahodo ekọ omanim na so mo kọ omanim a na omo de numasua nsa kyraye mu na ekọ omanim na be 40 years ago 60 years ago binim kra de 70 years ago eno mu ye specialized education system bia ye friend STEM education science technology engineering and mathematics won ani kọ ho se betumi enyankofo bia won eba be the next Einsteins enkofo bia omode abode nyansa hwe ho nimdie eba be peja ahye mfidie aye nimdie foforo aye inventions ama oman na apeja ko nanim se de betumi enya the likes of Facebook WhatsApp for one year hye Elon Musk one year ye car kwa se bia driver bia mponka ho saa nyoma ne nyina no ne fapem no free science technology engineering and mathematics ehumesua enu ntino omampani baaye no o hyase eye san hye na me no ka say 10 STEM schools have been built from scratch. Chairman General, okokohwe suku a yesi abomusu. Okokohwe suku a yesi bosomtwe. Okokohwe suku a yesi pasimpe in the northeast region. Okokohwe suku a yesi diaso, the yesi awaso, and the kwase and daban and the tete sa. You will be shocked, say school we so bibi memu hanewo. State of the art facility so cross schools bia ewo amanone ohwe computers ahodo a computer labs science labs ahodo mako 12 and ewo bakom na hwe chemistry lab physics lab biology lab robotics lab computer science lab ni nyina wo Ghana ha ya
enti ade no Krapiman school de ande munye
Krapiman eni wo hopa Krapiman eye one of Krapiman the Chairman General
because nyao keni na me won say chese baby de my omode amom na yen school na president be declare free SHS wo ho February 2017 and promising a new science lab monye ye de na mai
Chairman General
ye kwan ye school infrastructure kwan ni nyina say monye mai na mo nam na mo ye bi eno abetra me fidie so na alaji gruza bega udwindwan wanum me school Krapiman school president declared free SHS Krapiman school February 2017 or promising a new science lab new one near refurbished. It's been 5 years and counting.
The Omampania can be ano obeyo titru ewo Krapiman sanse yenim
masa 5 years near my
and you know Chairman General menim say project
na menya hu say we man crofo de bia mebo wachi
Chairman General what no so special attention bi ba ho
dabin
special attention ba ho ye new project bi wo ho bi wa ye bi so ye nwie enti no memma mani akọ na magye ho report na fei etumi atu ho ana montentem a de aka akire bia so ese ye to aso se de be ya next time bia meba osidio ha no na ze eno de ne de hyase na ye ko Okuapeman legacy okwas project because ya me visit ho pa and one thing ya
office the on kwan
oh yes a free entrance where they call and particularly so because German General also one inclusive school
very much so.
Special students sabe binimu any fra binimu other disabilities here omo ben pa I want to monitor wasi wo na wo hwe kwan those with special needs kura exams will computer therefore and so I agree with you sir kwan no say 200 amount
anya kwan na science lab
your name minister for roads and highways nkita hudi aye di bia nso no ye be ma na ntintia wo na wo nso atie sufre won akwa kwan na ma
obi say me there no Okuapeman it was political talk other places is action talk keep quiet you George Mate
Chairman General action talk kasa on say Chairman General password the empenifo say sabia eyi ni mako enti no o de no aduru so
obi say me press for Okuapeman na me press for the school or that school Barbados Okuapeman di kwa yenye na me be press that school di yenye prof quite studio on kan de da Barbados Okuapeman di me press yen pressing wi na ma be press o de Minister Mitie
enti Chairman General that is a special privilege wo so man ye ya wonya wo enti no maba wa fidi kasi esu de a special pleasure the man say Okuapeman de no ye be ma minister Swati
minister nim
ye bia no
minister nim
ye be ma bi asan aka ho na etu anamo no ntentem say the be ya ye be ba osidio next time no e benya amanipa bi abo afa Okuapeman ho
me ma up to end of the year I say me na me na ma point to
Chama ja o tumi pa o
enya ngwa biasa
Kokrokoo de power program answer at the government assurance committee no you be respond Mate ni be ko pa
Mate
e nchia sonko e de ma ye teacher fo nyina ye teacher unions fo nyina esanse womo abo aban ne pa heads of schools senior house masters the teacher for union for CCTU anagrat nat for sanse sa consensus wom ene pepa wom ene chidoma wom de bo aban wabra his excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo eni so ade hunumu no wo hwe din say every year bia no between from since time memorial ebepem 2016 mu no every year bian enkora akwakotro BC a pass yewie anak wo mo ewo aniswade hunu san ko meto aso no wo kina bi wo mo abeye journalist abeye engineers abeye nurses abeye teacher for abeye professors aye researchers aye lawyer for judge for no about 120 to 150,000 people there omuntumi nko omani omuntumi progress enko TVET schools entumi progress enko SHS adentia fameko ni ho wetwa waben ope papa enso boafo ni ho a ode ne beko enti no maka fi enti dane da bia no na ohwa won ya wo mo da achen so etwa short no na edoso pa enti no sabe eskafo ne manko a etumi enya saa kwan eko omanim no man so de the talent from the poor and the talent from the rich and the kambom at the church of mine and what the free SHS buy so the beya akwansidie bia wo bia so no e betumi a year free ho between 2017 and 2022 ya Chairman Jordan me na wo kasai mofra mako 2.2 million and etumi anya free SHS ho mfaso a saa mofra enka free SHS ama komu be 800,000 de enkomo da ache so etwa tia na se sa policy ya na hye atumi adimu agina brane ya bedu sam pempenso ya it didn't come without challenges of KWAMI esan se hye pa bia e wa amaman abrane a wo mo e wa hoden wo sika ne ade krampo no se wo ye hye bia ekọ ohawum konso hwemu nanso the tenacity timamufo and the various stakeholders benya the abo abane chidob no eno na ebo ama nhyehyɛ no ejina eno nti that's far we have come no ye de nyame ase na ye san so eda aboafo nyina ase titrew the teacher unions and the teacher for heads of schools awofo ene obi bia waboa omampani his excellency na Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ni so ade hunu the monumental free SHS mpempenso a yaba abedri dani da bia no omampani adwen free SHS ho se eyade a eboa esisa sebi a nipa dodo na hyebre eboa nso edi sika hye awofo nso botom sansen ka fees anka abekwa kotua say ye tuition say ye feeding say ye textbooks say ye extra classes say ye past questions de utua bia bo ba ho ka no ene ne uniform ne house dress ne de titi sa PTA levies ne ade nyina no abaya fa ho ka no na say afi bia no bad time bi entumi anye savings kura na anye 10,000 cedis kan no 100 million na bad time bia aka ne botomu a obetumi nso de adidwa obetumi de atre na hyemu obetumi ne dwumadi bia odi bi obetumi de awuram se dan bi no wasi a obetumi de aton chance na aboso se fudie akwadwuma no woyɛ nso obetumi de ato nnuro de akwakogu ne kokoo so anase na buru so ama atumi akwa animu ne nyinaa no gina nhye pa omampani de bai na ahohoho a ewo mu nse bosumi bia yenya nkofo mo ba oman yi mu ha ebe bisa se kwan ben so na mo fa ya mo ye free SHS Nigeria fo aba Congo fo aba Namibia fo aba Zambia fo aba so many other countries are coming. They are asking wo mo ban so a ebi mu kura minister for education na nkasa oka ho bi with their senior public official say the a double enrollment the sabre akrabia omampani say no child must be left behind na akras wo ebe ma so your bow so we dem mu say the otie bia or special needs bi kra obia enya ho kwan kɔ no na oman no asika kakra into eto ne ade ajeje e gold kakra ye kokoo ya yetie se beta ye ene edwumadi obia ho de kakra kakra ban ka bom na esisi ani ne yedi bi di hwe wo mu yi won so pese wo mu ye bi saa sanse wo mu enrollment ne na be 37%.
Enti o ma besua wo ye ho Minister Mamin Komenim and some of Bekan Akotritrin say a Sherman a day nyomba ni from Bachona says tell the Deputy Education Minister that Suhum Sektek, that Sutesco now doesn't have a science lab, especially chemistry, after the lab was dismantled in 2009 for rehabilitation, which never took place. This one also says remind the MP speaking on TVET not to forget about GSTS in Takrady. He should remember GSTS produced Nana Komia, who comes onto your show. GSTS Tardy. Okay. I am just a messenger. Mede Monkana Echo.
And so say you okwasi die na say
there be okwasi okabande yenwie o. Okabande dey yenwie.
In terms
until two things, Minister, until say me who say Okapman School enya new science lab, emphasis on new science lab, and ya kwan e school maye wie no me wi Okapman School asemka because and President Akufo-Addo be declare free SHS February 2017 5 years ago on or promising so be my new science lab na ya hwe akwan na ye besi na ye
and you deserve it
in two better na kaka kan enkrofo dia amaya minim se ma ya de but na me so me dream ho ase mpapa say oh we sit down wa ha wa say so na mata de to atete it me so me dream ho
outside gentility home
cry enti me so me dream de ho
Chairman General rightly so Okuapeman deserve it and it's a very important call and I know say Okuapeman fraternity ni nyina are very proud of you. Some of my colleagues are the Ministry of Education and so echo okwas be meton but they know you very well so omusini ane
now you mu say
ye mo dibim
na mu ye mu say
de dibim pa no beti enka
aha mate
mate na GSTS for so lab no Suhum Sektek the emphasis are Dr. Alseduchum particularly on STEM no the expanding science education said the beya on the average say it was about just about 12% oko various SHS schools are and do air science no they are just about 12% of the population and until this so hunu ba ko ne say na ni be ko science lab expansion mu and say I a lot of equipment at the core yes see science lab so ahodo but schools no over 846 no menim say the tie bia no e bia kamu a ye ne kakran kakrai e be cover the aka bia so the be ya be improve the participation in science, technology, engineering and mathematics na ye de etumi apage mu akọ 60% enti no ka be ko tertiary no nanka the science to humanity ratio no 60-40 in favor of science, not in favor of humanity. One of our strategic targets are a world education strategic plan. You say by the year 2030, no, I will say science to humanity ratio no, it to me page drew 60-40. Now, here can you answer no, Chairman General, near feed the fundamentals. It's answer foundational learning no, and kura nketwa adisuano, early grace adisuano. And they build the foundation in my home. And you know, sir, Grandma Benny Aquaquina first class, Ewoke University, and answer University of Mines and Technology, Mia Baby Miami School, where mineral engineering, and answer Legon, the premier university, Prof. Why the man come and I use this baby Obeko Biano. I will say Unyafapim Srunkumbi, Sansa, Usidanke, Seakrana, foundation on a tree. And Nunti. One of the weaknesses in education system, which is not peculiar to Ghana, a common characteristics in sub-Saharan Africa, even globally in low-income countries, learning poverty. Now, Chairman General, learning poverty ni say akrano. So when to me, anken kai wabra when to me when enfie edu, what the woman kakra be simple text kotunanim. That's when to me anken kai sa weakness no a ewoni mu no when to me and 200 amount and cure and free wa or the benyin na ne sunsuanso ne say oba be ehia ni it will result in actual poverty. And you know akenkan de a ehia pa and the World Bank for year hwehwemu 2020 no one the two just say across the world ewo amamaya sebia wo mpuntu no enyam pejaye no low income countries no 87% of enkwara edim fiedu entumi kenkan, which is a very disturbing outcome. And you know won so ehwehwemu no na say general characteristics. Yeah, ya famu de ne say Dr. Alsedu Chum say we need to drill down to the bottom. Yeah, hwe yen so ye de no mpempenso a edru. What is the state of our learning poverty? Ye mofra na eku school no. Yeah, chere wo ma de person wo chere bi wo be yakasifo no. What are the weaknesses they have? Ewo akenkam literacy ene nkuntabum numeracy. Enti no say ye betumi ahu dia ye standardized test and social baako a eno no ye de ko Ghana fa na nyina na nkora no atro a obia nkoye leaking obia sabi teacher ni bi nkoboa na kora
na schools e Ghana say enye obia na honden yepe and ye share teaching ye share students ye share infrastructure enye obia na gina a certain level to your standardized tester. Are you not further alienating those who are deprived? In terms of teaching, learning aids near the end. Oh, yes, standardized tester. More grade A schools, grade B schools near the end. So if you standardize a tester,
Chairman General, these are some of the very tenable concerns. Now, say, let's go down to the bottom. Say school no a krumu sabi say e wo krokitwa mo so mo akandi so mu ni akandi wo de yenye standardized test because e wo minimum standard bia akra bia as wonya by the time I wadu P4 enti no yenye ne yenhwe say obia say na ho odin etie say na ne weakness tie ne yatumi ehu kwan be fa so ai be so ano ama obia say de otie enti no it was not a test to bring out who is the best school or who is the best teacher. But akrana kasa no problem a won. Yenhwe na wadru P5 no na ye course correction. the whole intervention here deploy be an school say a coach teacher for the more special training be in certain aspect be kwana teacher for kra ni ho kra say dey be koka ho be an method that one edit reading no they are not using phonics based approach and you know one man kran pick reading term all that will come out we will know near one bit too afa school be there. Now the surprising thing that came out was that Chairman General we now results no better hono and who what the actual picture is, because in 2015 EGMA early grade EGMA and EGRA early grade reading assessment and the mathematics aspect and so only 2% of Nkra P2 and no mutumi ekenkan at grade level, which was very disturbing. Now this time no say there's a north-south divide in terms of education outcome. No, the southern sector and outcomes was so crassing in the northern sector. You could be northeast, and then the 3 northern regions be all about beat Greater Accra region in terms of numeracy and literacy. About beat central region, BT eastern region, BT certain regions are not yearning if you say no and come away anymore. Name I have topped and crowded where P4 we're marking kind else a quenimono. When we did the ranking, I have a regime and a top not Greater Accra, not a Asante region, not Central region, which is noted as the citadel of education. I have and to me a top way and a bononso a twaso and a near the council to a twaso sa. But Volta region was also at the bottom, OT was at the bottom.
Anyway,
was into sound analysis no very detailed that even very down says numeracy cramp no say weakness we school be the thematic areas are more items are more weakness no no be the geometry na some particular school no obi a fail geometry and you know yempe kwan be fa so a ye be kire wo geometry ni yie no and you know we've done all that analysis and we are deploying strategy be course corrected going forward. Chairman General, now private schools concern be my minister said
Jina and also I mean kind messages by community and brow. So Kwame, can you believe students in Yellow Crobble SHS are sleeping in a dilapidated wooden structure? Tell the deputy minister to come to the aid of Yikrosek, Yellow Crobble SHS. We have a population of over 3,000. It's a pity students are sleeping in a wooden structure in this modern era. My name is Enoch Danso. I'm a teacher at Yellow Crobble SHS. So over to you, Minister. There are several others. Tell the minister that Kumasi Academy past students have built an ultra-modern science lab for the school. We will need help in terms of consumables. Or say be a champong.
Kumasi Academy.
Yeah, Kumaka. And then please tell the minister to caution students who are writing WACC this year to desist from destruction of school and staff properties after the exams. Some staff vehicles were destroyed, so some teachers are now wild to retaliate should aforementioned repeat itself. Former educationist Kokrokoo Ayat in a day and not by just say school for why you're there private school as I cannot say I teach in a private technical and secondary school in Dakoman called Motesco. Our admission is very low. Address that because our school is the best. Nana Kweku Manfe. I'm sure that others will say theirs is the best too. Prince Henry in Kofodia, tell the minister he should make sure sharing of textbooks shouldn't be discriminatory. Osha graphic anime now. Page 61. Education Ministry takes delivery of textbooks tomorrow. It says people in the rural areas in the Yellow Crobble municipality should be given equal opportunity. Prince Henry in Kofodia. Draw the attention of the minister to Ascend Manso SHS. We need a laboratory for that famous school. Opening Kwache sends that one in. Social media English plays a part in the learning and teaching of English. Some also can read all right, but don't comprehend what they've read. We shouldn't look only at being able to read, but also comprehending what we've read. Kofi Teria Kwansa and a day no buy. And then okay, Minister Twasom.
Chairman General, same answer the one I'm call you.
And over to you.
Ebia Okapimani as same answer the Beko competition for the first slot. The best school in Ghana. Now me a science.
Okay.
Way back that time no, there was science lab. And when I'm your chemistry lab, physics lab, biology lab. Sa lab no so that's what Yashemokina. Last year Krano, Dr. Yauseduchum supply various lab equipment and consumables across the country no. Oh my baby, emedikogum. And just same answer there, a banner science lab there, and yeah how. Now on the all the other concerns from the other schools in my note, and you know a bit to one amount. The good news is that most of the schools are omabo bosono. Yeah, what project why yeah. There were dormitory projects near that Bema contractors and so iron and tentum near to me at and free hona and crown free babia or more sabia any moon no to me I call a danya babo honka amawum. Now national standard test yeah no chairman general 1 2 ye bia leakages bia ama and crank it to na ye call rounds no na ye bi da no binom class oh na crank it to we there better than what to me atro what to me and they comported themselves. Obia antwene kompo ango he obi de obia and they were so excited say yen so nkrai yenya opportunity a ye tro standardized test and ye bebo mu nyina aba so na said ye call ye no eye fe esenkran no ehye private sector incrans wo mo so fo mo hura mu bi enti no ma wo nya pepa etu anamount de wo mo consent to Minister for Education ni mu say Dr. Yauseduchum yen so ye pese ye be ka ho bi. We also want to know the state of literacy and numeracy in our schools. And untino minister so adiatum say also abema private schools nyina aka ho this year the next year dia ba be no. E be say free class 2 e be bia ma class 2 for aye bia ma class 4 for near P6 and for all these 3 NSTs aye ba be no. Private schools so have been included. And you know Ghana National Association of Private Schools, Mate asem nepa ye ye bia nya de be yi mo afrim san se wo ka o mesua wo mamu a nye public de enko an ye ka every sector is ably stimulated also and supported by the private sector and you know His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo or ye de boa private sector no e be ko so asemukina and in respect of NST say private schools nyina eba ababeka textbooks and nam kwan so a schools bi kran saka me ne o ka say chairman general ebra ye new curriculum na ko ba say yes need from objective based curriculum akọ standard based curriculum na bitumi I introduce concept of critical thinking, innovation, problem solving and communication, collaboration sa core competencies I want 21st century more be frano adwene mu no eno ema enya wide acceptation stakeholders ni nyina eboy sans Plutarch chairman general so many years ago and a Plutarch can some very profound to ho say sabi nipa adwene no enya vessel ene yakonsuo bebre aguma anase ye de nyoma ewuram na mom edua it is rather wood that must be ignited. And you know, say, who design education system one? Say, my concept no, such that, and yes, I would knowledge you enable the student to spark up their innovations. One more advent child, one more kind, not MP, one more innovations. I want one more kind, one to be miss a question. And yes, pensemu, and yes, na no na standard base ne buy. And you know ye textbooks for na se ye textbook for ne ye mfa nkwa amanone so wo mo na printing mra sabi a na nye mfa so de ma wo wa bra Ghana hanso no ye wo print houses as sabi ebi kura ye agu some are on their knees so man penny esi gina say the printing of textbooks no so once it impose na be mfa so de wo ho a it must be retained here in this country ye fan support to the local printing industry wo mo so nya sika mfa Ghana for do na engu print house so print it and you know said na ni buy no ye nyina isia publishers na the to omanim em omo so ne the National Association of Local Printers and so din sawo so omo de printers nyina buy all the nursery inspections as course bi akoso my pre-qualification by one select one more facilities no ebetumi print textbooks na eno atire no kra no quotations ahodo a publishers de buy no said de omampani wo hwe said de wono no na nam otuo mu ne bibia mu ti a eno pepepe ne yenso a wo Ministry of Education di to anamo Dr. ya said twum sanse value for money sikana yede ya pone kakra ban ni sikana ya pone kakra ma no eso hwe so yie na tumi ye mfa so bebre nti no kitwa bi kra na ese tumi ye nyoma bebre eno nti no ewo mu se na se de amaman economic outlook aya bibia ebo akosoro ink bu akosoro paper bu akosoro bibia bu akosoro now so even in the midst of that Dr. Yahusaduchum at negotiation committee say yene publishers ni hia emponi ento ato adwene no monte so na ban no enye further savings na koba asa no ye bebo publishers nso abaso se won so nya pepa obi a betete ne de so ye wie ye no kambo mu no na je se savings ya ye no je se sikapudu ank ye de kwakoye textbooks no ya chemu fa ene ye de 50% kwakoye textbooks no na 50% no aban puntu ahodo bi on so wo no watumi di aye. That is prudent management. And unti no say na betodwa say na Ministry of Education na sikadie bi ikoso ne ade aya na ye me wanwa esan say ye ho no we are there to protect the public purse.
Sikadie bi ankoso ho.
Sikadie bi ankoso. Dear company His Excellency Nana Dankwa Kufuor na be di akire His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia e di akire ye no eno an ye nso Dr. Yahusaduchum ene ne deputies ne aboafo ho nyina no ye di djuma, and that matter has not come out yet. People have not even come to understand say we have made 50% savings for the country. Nanka bebia yedro ya bibia abo kosoro no. Is it the time point keep between savings? Because this is the time we should rather even be doubling our budget and all that.
Minister, Mamena say na min commenting because we say
me see say textbooks no. Ya print it. Ye to an among akọ various print houses. Parliamentary Select Committee on Education, so all the local printers or more they are printed many quantity. I mean, 50% of the total quantity have been distributed. Edru region bia, but school bia na nyenruye. And don't you know, we are so among crimes say the distributors must hasten. Na in free region district, no, it is meant for the classroom. Your best repa. Or one national distribution in classroom. Yet you need to be the camera could be and making sure say a crab be organ habiano. The last child in the last classroom receives textbooks.
The last child in the last classroom receives textbooks. This one says, I'd like to know from the minister, why is it that discussions on education is always centered around free SHS? Is it because the president's flagship program, basic schools are lagging behind in terms of infrastructure, especially primary schools? By the way, when are they bringing our laptops for those of us in primary schools? Charles in Kede Enede Eno Ebai. Answer na meko Professor Safo ene Nana Ususunom. Remember, your eye is your most important sense organ, accounting for about 80% of your awareness. When ni ABB here, papa, and that is why with 31 plus years of experience, Robert and Sons Limited is your recommended place. Optical services continue to offer comprehensive eye care services from Robert and Sons to you. And if you have any issues with your eyes, if you're looking for eye specialist, pediatric eye care services for children, of course, retina damage, 100% original and unbeatable frames and optical products, speak to Robert and Sons for your contact lenses and solutions, visual field testing and what have you. You find Robert and Sons in Adabraka, Osudankwa Circle, Tema Community 6, Wager, East Legon, Adenta, Kumasi, and the brand new ultra modern Kofodia branch. Speak to Robert and Sons, 0302 222 601. That is 0302 222 601 or 050 151 9111. Robert and Sons Optical Services. Seeing is believing. And 2 quick drugs that ensure that you are onto your road to quick recovery. Rollnet is for malaria. that is an anti-malaria drug that's called Rawnet, gives you and your family victory over malaria every time. Rawnet is available for all ages. Rawnet D for children comes in strawberry flavor, Rawnet suspension in pineapple flavor, and Rawnet 80/480 for adults. Buy Rawnet and get victory over malaria, but remember to test for malaria before taking Rawnet. And remember, Rawnet D is for the children, strawberry flavor. Rawnet suspension is also in pineapple flavor, and the other one is your favorite blood tonic. It has zinc, multivitamins, and iron that supports immunity, increases blood, and increases appetite. Comes in a delicious chocolate syrup flavor. It's called Steron, and both drugs are a product of Stark Healthcare Limited. Give Steron to your wife, your children, your husband, your parents, and everybody else. Rawnet and Steron are available in pharmacies and OTC medicine shops near you. Also available in Okanshi Drug Lane. Call Stark Healthcare Limited on 055 00 66660. That is 055 00 66660. Stark Healthcare Limited, your health is our priority. Prof, quick comments on education. Me will say Deputy Minister Belbro my baby so standardized test or say Skedibian Koso ministry, because in a short in semi World Bank Nasem into Okopie $1.2 million. Omojomo textbooks. Free SHS on person make a sakra na Wabeka so be review. But Prof, any comments on your Deputy Minister KAYI?
You me asimicheti for.
Yeah, Joso.
Come my memfa sakwa yusuna mensa embo me am Apostle Patrick. They make us say dino. Apostle Patrick, I say you and I will say I saw you. Odoko area head. Is it transfer free from or baby for Apostle Yame Oshirao. Have a good day, enjoy your day, and good health. God bless you so much. Now, the toss me no say na ona okaka me say come remember back on. So me so full. Remember back on say on na mokura omo ni nia pa. I see. Enti Meshak Amafo. Nyamisha se utia bia ubia nyamisha. Na ma adwuma so enkoyi. Come here Peter no. Michelle rant no outside. Okay. And then I may so just say I'm pay short code beer. Ebema afofra epese boa. 1 CD, 2 CD so 50 pesos so. Ebe boa pa. I say omedwen. The program is work in progress. Yeah. In Tremo inti will encourage them. Imagine my number. Means me share with the others. Ombi to me as an kakra. Ediako. Inti appear to for more intervention. Yes, more. My not move on the accounting in a one short could be bra. Money empty and food income. Na a bit to me about. We are the ones the crowd can imagine the money we can raise to support them. Yeah. And there was to say no. Did you kind of Memphis in free day on about kind of come may make as a matter of personal principle. We can say the current team now at that education. I don't know. Yeah. May as a personal principle. No. We will not be too hard on them because they have just begun doing some things. Okay. Now, adibi oha say baby air kwa we jump it too quicker we will not be very critical, but we can point a few things. You be to me appoint a few areas be a what we no social so ebeboa. But first and foremost, na me ti said the honorable name be a waka and say omoba so enyuma hodwa aban eye Tibet education I enroll over 40,000 students. Kwame Msesai and the other the Makmasopa. Makase education in Ghana be literal dodo. Yeah. Me banking when making count at the brofo blah 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 and the go see say at the brofo no making can we na only the bit me inside especially in an economy like this. Obia and Ubia actually say people go to university for their ego, not for knowledge. Or come here, so so I've been Miss Makubi. To we are saying Akubi, Ubi Akubi. Now, and no 40,000 is very encouraging. waka about 10 STEM schools, and also the last time they come and say it's very important from scratch. Oh my idea, not just say the science, education, technology, they call the next level. Come back across say last week say, as I say 2 and number 4 across say science quiz, no, we should just go beyond just the theoretical level. 1 + 1 minus so and so start, you know. Now young baby and Krano create something. Let them begin to create now. I'm on translated the or more, you know, and call creation. And Mofobia ebia kind of saying robot be or direct traffic. And as be or my traffic light, be or baby. And as be let's begin to explore all those things.
Okay.
And find science and math quiz no. Nanka and no ye free theoretical level no. Na ye ko sa level no. And the once my the all can say over 101 completed buildings. On bet to your completing no. 1001. And also can say 1132 SHS infrastructure. Fresh we have fresh building. So a complete and as master 2.2 million students free SHSE afomo and isika omo estimate say eko awfo bottom media so estimation na humo bottom there. But I think it's an average estimation. It makes sense say obi o general average no sika kakra beko awfo bottom. Now, baby, my person may reflect a little bit with them. No, KWAMI the reading issue.
Yeah.
No, cause World Bank for HSA. I don't know what World Bank.
Yeah, World Bank.
World Bank. Okay. HSA 87. Hanjim do song. I do ultra song. And before I will low and middle income countries. No, omonim akenkai. KWAMI reading is a critical area. Extremely. Say enipa. Enti na adult education cry the buy no make I say me krum na ekwa na efa so kire mo akenka na efekeke make I say be ba ku bia me kota woni e na yesre mo kura no
adult education
and I say no mo buru e mo say ya dey school enti o ma me hu say o ma me kusua de na o ku jara ho na ya see ana be I say get na won se no na ba ku bia ekwa ya teacher na study no or they or can't why on say why na I say and the quite interesting. And I say we catapult.
Yeah.
Once na not the seal. I say we any why no. He say that's what we had to do. And you know it makes a learning very very interesting. To reading media, many of my adwene pass as I say yema ani ekoho. Na mo kwame. Baby you reading you want to say from the me honorable committee said yeah. This is not to tell say Akran to make Kenya on to make on the next level, but to plot intervention. What that means is say only SHS no SSC exams no so neka credit ba. We no say Akran na yadia Ministry of Education any stakeholders ebe plot interventions. Say Akrai akenkan anything. Enti e bia ever not to class ha yenya this number of hours ewa akra no ho yenya ebiri on ho na make sure say ebia na emfefo ebekọ enya ebia 2 hour 3 hour 4 hour contact no ono benya extra hours ye boama wetumi akenkan ansana akọ next level and we eliki kura ye because it's just an intervention program but SSC the end of eliki ha dwempa because it's almost like a destiny changing exams.
Yeah,
say akra no choro no entwa pa na brabo AI basa. And this particular one no I think I like the spirit behind it. It's an intervention program. What that means is say e be a dachi be a Ministry of Education can say okay nkra a choro exams SSC ya omo enya de no this is an intervention be a yediba meaning says our area no I may be wrong there but it our area no has been taken over by a lot of private interventionists. And the extra classes were we were meaning say much we so more the Nobdek and also will be to register no as cultural. But I like this particular one because intervention driven. Yes, solve a problem. And the question is, what kind of problems any idea go akwemu a ye pese ye solve ye mana or chro SSC ya bibre enya ade no ana wo ya ade kra na bia wenya score bia onya school enko no. I think it's something to reflect on. And I'm also impressed say omo years first 1 year on arithmetic maybe mathematics no omo say ibinu some of the areas na ye dey ya eni ebu say omo ya ade no and they do well. Now when you now came from Kwame together with various interventions schools senior dinina, one of the things I maybe some home say when you now hard interventions make a brick and mortar. Make about iron rods, make about concrete. Even in area now the teacher must go there and teach.
What's the motivation?
And I cannot be a say what is happening to teachers
Because they be complaining some more laptops on my.
exactly, and then it say obi aka or say catching say laptops and buy and say I buy a bon home and the last time I may recommend say team is say I like the way they have almost take education to a certain level. Now me abeka but part be a me person me reflect with them and say yema ye ninso enko won e kire de come especially when it comes to the STEM no intervention at 10 schools are ye wie I mean yes ye wie no as a sen crofo bi ne ko e ko kire school for na de obi ne also ko ho obo mo conduct experiments obi ne say kire physics maths chemistry biology and the account nyina as obi na kire mo and it's a nipa no ntete enko yi a we nyina cost 90 work yes see there but the product na niema was say a free hoba no e be say still no we are still lucky
Obi de here be sending me just to buttress your point or say I side with Professor Safo's move from theory to practicals, but for example, Manfred girls who won the World Robotics Competition.
Sure.
What has happened? I'll see a friend KWAMI from Essex, UK, or the graphic story in account 2021 is about 18 months old. Manfred Methodist girls SHS wins World Robotics and Coding Competition for the second time. Second.
And last thing about
Ain't KWAMI from Essex, UK. Thank you, sir. All the attention about anyway.
Very much. Last week, me boss cry. Say, omo ya idea pa. This is a girls' school. Against, I mean, a bigoted position. Say, my dear, omo ya idea in science and blah 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 and whatnot. But these are girls. And near my man be to me, I know. This I bring the HMO say, or body or yadi and come here. Your man is smart. In fact,
very.
Haven't been a legal to close 20 years now. Currently, me are more ladies in my master's program and even PhD program than gentlemen. And you know, omo ya de pananti. In fact, sa area no ema ni enkoho. Say international reading is very good. A diagram system now I make one some. As I say, in your one a beko akochra science teachers. Who papa. Papa, come on, I started secondary school. I'm a science student.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was a science student. Me year 1, second year, I'm a jai.
Are they?
It was a teacher. For a full year, there was no physics teacher. So I stopped. And I me go read literature, government, and history.
Wow.
Me call second year na me sesame program.
And now by idiom.
And I'm bound. And you know, as a set, and maybe I'm handing me back boy and money or no or your science or no.
Okay.
Science or you. And you bet to me, I'm a teacher for a summer sonnet. Na sa stem yi ejina yi. Me mpese ebeyese yesi. Na mumu no some of the times no a bit my documentary on it. STEM interventions in Ghana 5 years down the line. Then they achieve. You started STEM you the teacher for send go ho a school for no send ho 5 years down the line 10 years down the line no and before I go no now may be a 3,000, 4,000. 80% are into this program. 10% are into this. Oh yeah, dear. Also, my can say certain interventions be why yeah. I would have loved say Anka Ministry of Education ebe initiate certain longitudinal assessment. Na ye DH. Na you share the end result. Then na edebeba. And the SHSE I see 2.2 million. And enye. One of the questions as an academic maybe say omo ewurem yi dodo ahe na akọ university. Dodo ahe na akọ enya TVET. Dodo ahe na oha. Dodo ahe na enoma story no any impact no be clearer for all of us. And the also my idea just a bit of reflection. If the other part many agents home pass and person reflect with them. Kwame local publishing now. Kwame, this is very fantastic. What should I say? 50% of their budget and Quebec say the Sassicani, the Aquaman, the Amubia, Aprentamaya, or say it's safe. Abai is plowing that back into other interventions. That is fantastic. Adeba Kuminu Pet and Ambesse a horse in Nibeco. Yana say, you say improve local industries. Adeba come who say, Anata, area pa, a quality. And near ma, a bit free more banner. Quality. And the quality no, yan ye. And the local industry hold a buying a contract. Yempesi baby na meme ya of my books no na syntax bazaar grammar bazaar printing no ba konam ha ebi daka ebi lighter ebi wo ha print na nkoyi yesramo. This is excellence and ye pursue enti na ban ene ministers here say mama yen cut down on cost na yempe local industries a ebi tumi abo mo. And it's a 2 and more dia is quality. Oko some locally published material coming if you ha rebeho. Obe say right no achia. This is achia say
quality didn't koye.
Ebi ha obuye no na sheet no 3 sheets are still not separated. Na ebum sare many nyina mum ye nyai. Say no excellence, ye pursue excellence. Enti na ye de ade di amamo no. Enti honorable betumi ama ye word say won quality assurance bebe mukakra. Na ya he say ye de ama local industries. Omo printed. Color, syntax, finishing. Ni na eka ho. Binding. Obuye mu na eche na ebu pam ebu sa ne nyina aka ho na. I'm not saying say be no 100%. Some local industries may not have said they may not have the logistics to give us the best, but generally as say to me e better ha say ebia 80 to 95% of books nearby no they were in good shape. That's fantastic.
That's a good start.
Now just say next time no wonga anya de no na ya from say awe why ni ya ebeja mobi na ya ni kama pa because kwame books be ya na ye koktoma ema no na ebi ha dwene o kwa ebi wo so school na ema school say otua school fees na dey amount by force me dey na me ni bi no it's value for money enti me tua sika na the book na my book na message sound but it's not good. I'm paying money for it. And you know, your best as a local publishing industry, no one can win a buyer a mama contract, no mama ye ni chi na ye money ye fair. Na a buying some review next time ye beside your ma no one whom say we need buy. And I say honorable idea. Meaning say quality assurance no or mention that we pa. Ama one a bon home no. They will take them for the next contract. One bon home no. Ne amako. Be a next time a mouse a bet sukakra. If you say we need the kind of say capacity to produce quality and excellence. And come me man be here. Na mabo mabaso say I think say omo ya de akano. These are a few things I can reflect on with them.
Professor Joseph Osafo, head of psychology department, who say a psychologist and because we are in the final course, say these are the things I can reflect upon. Reflect. None of you, any comments?
The Prof. Kaseviana.
For Madro.
One of the best things that what happened to your Monday class here. The addition of professor.
Oh yes.
Or inject a more objective analysis.
Nti otemo kakra.
Yes.
Because ujan oh ya na no show.
Actually, the great professor concurs with many of the viewpoints
But differently, man.
Maybe I don't know, Mesa ultimately toning it down as you know. A nation cannot develop without education.
Yep.
And when the Progressive People's Party, your education policy, the title of your education policy, No Child Left Behind. Or look at a comprehensive year from KG to SHS uninterrupted education. This JHS exams are abolished. Now children are more from where the 13, 14. You can imagine that grandpapa and your good day we now got on social. Now as a 12, 13, 14-year-old, what life you're over. Into Montreal and call SHS. Now or contribute to streetism. Street children. Eka streetism so na beka chrono na ze okodo mo fama what the lorry stations ze grandpapa auntie you can imagine there even though policy wise what for an aspect of the education free SHS I offer free SHS issue the number of enrollment of more from oko school no grandpapa no chere there your education system not be in KAYI because all these many of the street children were back to school. What the opportunity in education now we're to work when I believe the first year I about over 80,000 no move to 200 and something thousand. And the grandpapa said if
Enrollments
from the first year I was implementing.
Yeah, we had over 446,000
from the first year.
The second year.
Yes.
I see.
And the grandpapa, if you are that number now, that means all those children were on the street. So,
assumedly,
grandpapa, I pray that policy-wise, a bit do honor. There's no interruption or evaluate you at the JHS level. In there, it's KG. Or minimum stop, SHS after SHS, not JHS. But honorable say a politician, around SHS from a baby those times. What's the AVA school? If it's an AVA school, what's the JHS? A JHS certificate, which means the copy Jumana. Until we are happy that I'm from in hundreds of thousands are moving into the education sector.
Yeah.
Until grandpapa on that score, no, they be a bubble. Enyimpa wabado. Grandpapa, most of the implementers no so war home. One they are implementing a policy of government. Into implementing the policy of government, now should they way in ye another 1 year. Minya wabaka say or you'll be at minim no kakra. Now if she may say all the knack for facts are all my numbers from his top of his head. Which means there, as an hour, or you're fully engulfed, or Tase, Manyama, or Okoso, into also Mabonabado, or Homo, Ejuma, warrior.
Thank you.
But grandpapa, the baby are prophet touching, but I'm not expanding. Yaka infrastructure, now yaka brick mortar and those things, or you're just a small aspect of the education. Because what's the purpose of education? To train the minds of the young girls and women against tomorrow.
Train their mind.
Grandpa, me a text you from Archbishop Porter. Was a lebu. Now, people in the community are threatening the girls. Now, there was a near rape attempt. Now, they were on them. Into upon watch out. You guys should look at that for them and come to their rescue. Grandpapa, they had training the minds of the children. There's a direct correlation to the teachers and the quality of teachers that are going to the school. Grandpapa, the design of the schools, so I think as educationists, we need to look at it. Grandpapa, now what 6 classroom block be room. Now another place, what 3 classroom block be JHS also room. Now, baby, so or you're scattered, the chocolate chip approach. Grandpapa, I think we need to look at the designer. The schools go from KG to SHS. Straight. So when a child enters a KG, he sees the SHS students. And psychologically, mentally, when him there, automatically, nobody do. And then when you do from the KG to SHS, Grandpapa, you bring development. Because then Kenya will have to come to the place. Water will have to come to the place. Road systems will have to come to the place. Proper dining halls will have to be built. Proper sporting facilities are there or built. Proper IT infrastructure are there built. Because Grandpapa, it becomes the pull factor for development in certain areas. But say, this chocolate chip approach there, 6 classroom, Bishop Bushwa, JHS, 3 classroom. Now, you know, Millennium Development Authority, you could see JHS be one of the villages. And KGs. Prof, can you imagine the eating area that was part of the architecture of the open place for the children to have a place to eat? The chief in the town, the name Wakugo, are now onion in one war. That is because some isolated 3-room be in the bush. And it's not properly supervised because the supervisory aspect of the education service is also a major factor that the people are unable to even go around to do proper supervision in their catchment area. Because why a chocolate chip approach spread around the nation? If you are to put it together from KG to SHS, Prof, can you imagine the supervision, the impact, the catchment area? Those things are what transforms the children. Because say Bush, teacher over Tuesday, with your Thursday. Because my colleagues now only won't call the same classroom or what's not the same classroom. He believes that they are in better places teaching.
I see.
And also the family and member will baby for free. On for number and school. Until over Tuesday, Thursday or that is why a chief can go and put his goats and sheep in one of the rooms because there's no supervision. So I pray that the softer side of the education policy
should be looked at.
Look at it critically, Grandpapa, because and then how we model the schools. Grandpapa, the modeling of the schools now it was a 6 classroom will baby now 3 classroom will baby now we were Grandpapa is the worst education model I've ever seen. And it's not this government or that. It's not an attack. It's an attack there in the revamping of our system.
It's a commenter looking at how
and what it does is that you give the younger ones hope. You build their psychological outlook in their life in the future. There, I belong here. I will finish. I will do this. And then as opposed to what is existing.
Let me ask the minister one question. Obisimi Mbisa say when you're in tier, say textbooks now you're expecting from tomorrow, and I say Niamosi Mochi channel. The ministry has secured funding to print textbooks in 4 subjects: mathematics, science, English language, and creative arts. I'd like to know if it is the truth, and if so, when will they secure funding to print the remaining textbooks, including history? Minister Tichan Tudana maybe with Nano Ferusina, as the minister, the last question. On the issue, one quick one. On the issue of giving the printing of textbooks to local industries, I think one thing we can do is use whatever payment we would have given them to raise their capacity to be able to give us the quality we're looking for. If we give them the cash, they'll misuse it. I believe such initiatives will assure us future good quality work. Professor E.K. Edu, nephew of Professor Joseph Osafo. Hey, we wish I'm Professor from Ghana. Hey, Prof, what is your professor? Oh, much they be there. Oh, chia.
Professor family. Chama, you know, baby, we don't boost your penny class, professor.
If I remember a Ministry of Education about in relation to giving local printers the opportunity to participate fully. Grandpapa, on the day I remember her, we should use the state purchasing power to support our local economy. Make a day all state functions. They should use made in Ghana food, Ghanaian food, produced by our Ghanaian farmers and the rest, because you help the local economy. You keep the money here. Grandpapa, Ministry of Education has started in this area. Or they all reflect in all ministries. Grandpapa, you see, when a professor was talking about the quality that is needed, these things are built over time and by giving opportunity. When you give the opportunity and you monitor and you give strict guidance, these people will be improved over the period of time. But what is critical is the opportunity. What Grandpapa, I hope this thing is also done at the providing of meals for the children. That all the inputs should be also 100% Ghanaian input for the provision of meals for our children. Grandpapa, it is critical because you know the physical development of the child, the nutritional level of the child, also it goes into their concentration levels and their ability to absorb. Grandpapa, I forgot the classroom as a comment now. And some people being a teacher it's difficult for the person to grasp. And in as much as we are doing this stuff and we agree, Grandpapa, the school feeding programs should be mandatory, made mandatory for the inputs also to be 100% Ghanaian. Okay. Grandpapa, in addition to that, right now, there are a lot of complaints about the porridge. Now I hear they are interjecting some rice here and there in the feeding of the children in the school. Grandpapa, the government is not perfect. Situations are always not perfect. There are challenges that come. When the challenges come, Grandpapa, we rise to the occasion and we resolve it. I believe they are resolving it. I have children there, and we are listening to the improvements that are happening. Grandpapa, we better yes one crying. They won't cuddle 1 year the margin. Now you make it because young man or young man.
Welcome 5 minutes, my informer minister. Young man, young man. Minister, young man, young man. Obviously, me some say, are you going to import? Are you going to print others aside Nyama print, you know? And Professor Wofa say professors. Also the na drink by 80 yeah.
So you equip them until mom need logistics. You give them the full amount of money you'll have given them if you were giving it out. Na aboa the ability capacity.
Chairman General, that's pa adwenkyerɛ ahodoɔ a free Professor Osafo ho and the free Miami Nana for Rinswo and a T4 a woman so a do my adwenkyerɛ ba deɛ wan so futu ade aba nyinaa no esum pass pam. And
now Professor Osafo of say Professor do.
Professor Osafo of say Professor.
Professor E.K.
Edu. Honestly, a professor in what?
Ono is I think animal science.
Hey, move your son, I'm here.
I've been for Busia. Now, a quick introduction. I'm the Chairman General. Mathematics, Science, English, Creative Arts, and History. These are the 5 books. Dear Shasi, the council we and also better swaba. Now, the contrary to the na a bibliography says the man look for one quality na conform. Chairman, quality textbooks are in the local printers. I work Ghana. I print here. They call classroom. I fantastic. A democrampo saying some of the imported ones are a wood gasol. Yeah, and it was a very encouraging.
By your trend durability,
and
durability will determine the quality.
So next time, maybe various samples, but
Prof, say durability determines quality in a lot of ways. Say you better say how long they be lasting.
Yes,
and a measure of the
because at the monobia effect.
But a book be only crowd. Why said they're binding it here?
Okay.
Now said the young trying to crying in the catafanity goes away crying only 1 year. And you know, we are very happy about that. Quality assurance, then so check is a quantity be a kubiano. Answer bit to your then you have passed the quality assurance test.
Okay.
So the bear yen to or minus engu. Now on the teachers' welfare, cola. Nancy Akran or Mampeni as the cola esa ede bot teacher for in fact me who president be a wagye teacher for so same president another than Kwakufu
oh yeah sure
ama so say gu akwam yagye atum no the responsibility yagye atum no the president be a pampa teacher for ensign Kwakufu teacher one laptop one teacher one laptop no is most of the schools no Ensaka, aka primary for also ensa eguso a few regions have got the primary sa omuguso register distribution no and say bia JHSB ewo ba bi na so mu anya there may be a peculiar issue and tempai be hwene asolve na ne kura ma me fa we ntwemu a Chairman General World Bank issues na man for ekeka no World Bank for nankasa ba bonten abe issue statement say enya no credit say Dr. Yaosedu Twumadi sikabi and as we sika bi aba Ministry of Education yam fanya adwuma ase de they themselves have rated it. World Bank they will not hesitate to even blacklist a country omo hwe na se bibi ko chewa na so omo ankasa ba be issue statement then obi so want ase bidimu so want ase na everyday bia na the headlines ya de sabia this matter must rest. There's skadie bianco so sika won release ye ne kra no da ho a obi amfa Mr. obi amfa ne sa scan da ho a obi amfa fa ne san kan
na mo fa me mfa ye adwuma
eno I don't know
skadie basa okwa school ye science lab ye science lab ye campaign
obi amfa ne san kan
$1.2 million da ho
and the Chairman General we want the dust to settle on this matter.
It has settled mo fa broker
Chairman General and bio so no sa ayi o mampeni former president Mahama say so oba betwemu so oba be review free say obi ani ni gina si a o free SHS ho ono so ntumi nye and o say o man ne kra no ehia enye priority ma no but me
kra can review ni bi me kan me say Dr. Duchu manya ne de but
you just say betwemu
thank you
Chairman General but
so must review anything that
yes,
Chairman General so review no so as I say so can review ya na wo nyoma pop aku minu mi se bia wo de ka I don't yet wase nemo it's not review said e bi no kika no ntwamu no mpese etwamu na pese awo for central school fees the answer school free SHS no watwamu na sabe bia make kan dey twato no Chairman General o mampani Mahama sabe utafrache oyo obi a obra odu secondary school no o man eto na e tua na school fees enti onya free education enti no many people were even expecting say ko no mpo na ko be introduce sa policy no na za wa wanya ho faso ehu sade etie sabe senka wanya sa faso e bi mpa na ko ama menye president enti no won so a ye wa fasefo ne eme ye won so adu won so a womo awofo dodo na enibi anko no so onya SHS a free SHS a o chena so ba be president e ba be teacher engineer no wo de wo se ye ntwam unya faso wi ye no ono de ne ye ntwam ye be sere se the Tibian we should rally behind this policy me and find politics more friendly that na de me nana for kind fantastic suggestion say all the schools if they all from KGR to SHS nanka abeko compound baako nanka omu nyina wo ho eno fantastic eno model ni bi na omampani dia soccer ball for mo yesi STEM academy yesi wo East Legon no ultra modern STEM academy no KG4 ni SHS 3 fu nyina wo fa ko a state of the art facilities ni wo ho but no a case by case basis it's answer uko sibisa e wasin kru a sabia it would not fit that model in my hometown. It's answer be my hometown no said they yes scattered and kronketwa bebre wo ho no say usi early grades e wo be a KG primary e wo ba bia e be men kronketwa no said be yankra no enkotwa kwan be 10 miles 20 miles answer wo ba bedru center KG ne secondary school ni nyina e wo ho eno no eye disincentives akra no nante kwansini dodo bia dodo na be kafia ontumi nko school and you know there are some areas bia their nature lend itself for this model and yejitum ayasha se kra wo islegon yeah in various other places yeah ne sa class and to be kono KG to SHS3 no mo wo environment figures nso a Professor Safo concern very fantastic say science and math quiz na yeah no yeah sanfa yeah the practical session. Thankfully, I started science and math quiz for the crowd. They've introduced the practical session, innovations, but the media is not giving that attention. And the best as a media, one for women need the practical competitions are so last week I robotics national robotics competition. I see. My girls, follow up to that. We didn't just end at the award. Now, Yetumia Sanko established a center Ankasa robotics center. Yeah, buying any Huawei phones, so laptops, and I can't setting up a whole robotics center. Memphis girls, just to make sure so it becomes a hub for robotics.
Now, someone can be there,
and to your best media. So all the science and math quiz are best science and math quiz in media attention. Into your best media, more boy. But
media,
teachers, STEM training, Professor Safo. Here pa as a minister said a new curriculum and and it calls for training of teachers. There were teachers that was science, technology, engineering, mathematics, but as a coordinated program no they still require special training now. You do more effort sa entertaining in said the beya obi anso betumi aye entino chairman general na aha na medibesi na Bishop Potter's wall nso ye ni beko ho
na answer na odibesi no obi si mentumufo sa futue menso medimano betumbi Adentina, okay, me person will be young and yes, I will be excuses. So, my is there for to again.
That question last, no.
There be me my yano. Say, since you started free SHSC, I say parents and answer wo for. Yes, some more boy school beer. Now you dey so come head teacher, headmistress, headmaster. Yes, who suit me boy girls? Who suit me boy girls? I know what I'm talking about, Minister. Minkasa in a vacuum. I know what I'm talking about. Now, when him nanka me kind of breo, but speed out the usuit. Oh, na say, camera. I go for per se boy school. To say send be a duane shorty, nkonwe ni ho, ne sa nia man. I will for near some more boy school na ministry.
In terms of like
PTA.
Okay.
Now you dey also train my headmistress and a headmaster. Some years are na ya say free SHS no is seen to abem. And coming come, but senior minister who so intin ha boy girls. Every girls who first society we ho sa. Oh ya masa bo second school.
The minister can say. Chairman General.
Inti me pamocho. Stop making the head teachers or headmistress or headmasters scapegoats. Because parents be I mean madam for be or Mauli school. Shortage buy says shortage them say ya solve ya it's getting better but a few of them came together so this is our former school moment to talk to a morning at the uncle but the chain I say na mo di kwe Ministry of Education for Babeka say as our buying is checking his responsibility into one na headmaster no ho akwa kire no Minister.
Oh, Chairman General, Chairman General.
Me can say you know.
Won't be any man soon wini. And you said that they make a general one. Not
it can be generalized, but we ain't tell me boy
not directly in contention. They make say honey say awofo nyina all students and various stakeholders. Obia or papa day in day out no. Omo de boa omo various schools. Oko Achimota say ya all students akambu makwa kosi a very giant science lab ama omo nkora na omo bia no. Sense kitchen crowd ya kan wo ho. Oko Ghana National ne oka say owura Fabi ene ne penifo ne colleagues a omo ye all students. Omo aka omo abom ni awofo AC ultra modern science lab. Many examples exist elsewhere. And you know say awofo e kan bom and as stakeholders be kan bom and as teacher for kan bom PTA kan bom say ye ni voluntarily no ya ho odin ya kan bom say the bibi say esie ne so e bia de aduane say na eco school ha and ye kwa kosi teachers quarters bi and ye science lab project bi nsi obi akwan the ye kan ne say mane nkwaye say ye compulsory say a parent bia ebe tua levy to a ye twa to say parent bia wo betumi wo ntumi wo betua 10 cedis and I betua 1 cedi na mum ye mfa nkoye aduane
what if parents PT na ankasa na ka say ebia ye nya little emergency enti obia timi ma 10 cedis ebeboa eno so na makwachi headmistress
na make mama example say in instances where voluntarily parents na ankasa de bibia si wo mani so any will be na a demand so yen famwa yesuku yen anso yen kwara enko they even spent millions also even to build giant projects and you know sabia 10 bags of rice be and anka wo for kwa kan mo abom aya eno obi beka se uchi
okay
na mum de kan say
just one comment
enya ahofama
sunshine from Accra. Sunshine says, good morning, Kwame, you're right. I'm an old girl of a Bree girls. This is not so right. The ministry must allow us to help when necessary. Truth be told, some parents go behind the PTA to complain unduly to the ministry, and the ministry does not investigate properly. Minister, where do you head here? Mr. Media, no. Don't. Prof, me that's not pay.
I'm happy, say Minister Jatum, because now I was going to get worried about that. Say if parents want to intervene, now I'm off. Let's say I buy my Kwame every critical.
The anti-my case study bring us
listening leadership. I agree with them.
A listening leadership.
Yes.
Sneaky watching. I think you come out 1 month.
Oh, now into watching is allowed. I mean,
No, what's sneak?
home to
home to. Yeah, can you sneak watching? Nana Fori was Professor Joseph Osafo and. 18 for your Deputy Minister for Education.